When I started doing hair, my mom said, look, you have got to figure out how to work with curly hair if you're gonna do it. So over the years, and having my own curly hair, I know, you can't believe it, my hair was long and curly and frizzy and all over the place. I finally figured it out, and I'm gonna share it with you. You wanna start with a Suave Professional's mousse. Mousse is a great tool to work with curly hair. And you wanna start with your hair really, really wet, okay? So you just wanna give it a good little shake, and then use a nice amount right there. People say golf ball. I don't know what any of that looks like, so I'm just like, just use a nice amount. And you wanna start from the bottom and work your way to the roots. Again, this hair is really wet. I even like re-misted it just to make sure it's super wet. And you wanna put all that product in there, really kind of squeeze it. The thing that you wanna do is you don't wanna pull the curl and the wave out. You wanna start from the bottom and you wanna squeeze it in there. You can always like move these roots around, that's fine. You just don't wanna go like this. I see people putting foam in and they're going like this. You wanna go from the bottom up because that's the way the curls spring, okay? I'm actually gonna use a little bit more. Perfect. Will you go ahead and look up for me? Perfect. I just really wanna get some in the roots here. Because don't you notice a lot of times when you're working with your curly hair, you get those little frizzies on the top?
Yes.
So you definitely want to really address some product there. So then, all that's in. Doesn't that smell good?
Mm-hmm.
I love this fragrance. It's yummy. So just squeeze that in. Now this is all forward again. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add more water. So you just wanna give it another little mist because you can re-energize the curls with the water. So the product is in, and I'm adding a little bit more water. Now at home, I would just take it and run some water in the sink and just kind of cup it, and then you would just literally put that water in, and it'll put the curls back together so they don't separate. So you'll get out of the shower. I'm gonna remove this. So like, let's say you just stepped out of the shower, you put the curl mousse in, and then you just wanna squeeze this with a towel. So all those little drips, you just wanna squeeze it. You're not rubbing your hair, you're not like creating like some song and dance, just a really loose little squeeze, and then just let it fall. Same thing in the back, a little lift. Let me turn you to the side. Look up a little bit for me. Perfect. So you just wanna go from the bottom to the top. You're just taking all that water out, giving it a good little squeeze, and you'll see once I remove the water, the curl is gonna show up and spring a lot more. Same thing on this side, just a little bit. You don't wanna disturb the curl at this point, because we know they can get really testy. So tilt to this side a little bit, literally, like this is what I do. Yeah, like that, perfect. And then you just give it a good little squeeze right at the root. All right, and then you drop it. So that gets rid of all the little drippies. Look, the curl is already coming back because you re-wet it and you've got all that moisture in there. Now, you can go in with the diffuser, or this will get you out the door really quick. You can also just air dry, but I'm gonna show you a tool that is so underused. This is called a diffuser model diffuser. So you just wanna put this on the end of your dryer. You wanna look for one that's got like these little fingers. These are gonna be like if my hand was a blow dryer, which that would save me so much time. But it's kind of like your hand's a blow dryer. These are like your little fingers. So you're gonna turn your dryer on, high heat, low speed, okay? It's really hot, but it's not blasting these curls out. So I'm gonna start over here. Remember how you were giving me a little lean? Perfect. There you go. So you just want to take and kind of roll those ends into it, and then you can press it at the roots. And leaning is really important. I know it looks kind of crazy, but it's just you in your bathroom, like who cares? A little lean is going to give you all this volume right here. Now I'm going to take my magic tool back here, the chopstick, and I'm going to lift the root. This is going to not disturb the curl. It's just going to give you a nice lift, because the less you touch it, the better off you're going to be. There we go. And you just kind of drop that. Same thing right here, right around the face, a little lift. Personally, I don't like to dry it all the way because that's when you're gonna get a little frizz action. So just to kind of really get you out the door, we're kind of like fake an air dry to get you to the office. And honestly, even if you don't have curly hair, if you try the mousse, you might be shocked there's a lot more wave in your hair than you thought. so we are wrapping this up, just that last little bit of wetness right here at the bottom. And oh my goodness, you are looking fabulous. Beautiful separated curls. You've got no frizzes here, really moisturized. You started wet. Don't forget your little blotting with the towel. You want to get that water out. That's going to keep all this beautiful wave and curl intact, really, and moisturized and gorgeous. So keep my mom proud and try this technique so that you can be a curly girl with sexy, beautiful hair.